A new face joins the Scottsbluff City Council following a resignation earlier this summer. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. And our top story, the Scottsbluff City Council is whole again, following the appointment of a local resident during last night's meeting. Selena Lerma was selected from a field of 11 applicants to fill the vacancy left by Terry Schaub, who resigned earlier this summer. A lifelong Scottsbluff resident, Lerma says she is excited to serve the community.
I wanted to be involved because I love to give back to the community, and I wanted to see it progress further and become a place for, the next generation. I wanted to help be a part of making it a better place for everyone.
City Clerk Kimberly Wright administered the oath of office to Lerma at the end of last night's meeting, and she will serve the remaining term of Schaub's seat until it's up for re-election. Well, a 25-year-old Bridgeport woman charged with negligent child abuse will not have to stand trial after striking a plea deal with prosecutors. Brooke Stewart was arrested earlier this year following an investigation into child abuse in Morrill County. Court documents say that Stewart admitted to investigators that she pushed the child into the refrigerator and couch and also pinched the boy until he cried. She was slated to stand trial this week in Morrill County District Court, but instead pleaded guilty to charges of negligent child abuse resulting in injury and third-degree assault during a hearing last month. She faces up to 3 years in prison when she is sentenced on October 4th. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your midweek weather forecast. He'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, another nice, comfortable night tonight across the region. Temperatures are going to fall down into the 50s as we get towards sunrise after evening temps here in the 70s and then eventually the 60s by bedtime. It's going to be a hot couple of days here the next couple of days. Tomorrow and Friday both look hot. A little bit cooler for the weekend. Still, though, temps above normal with little precip expected. Maybe start to see a few isolated chances of some showers and storms starting Saturday. 83 yesterday after a morning low of 50. And nothing in the rain gauge. We're just about normal for the month here in the first week and over 2.5 inches short for the year. Still comfortably cool off in the eastern portions of the state. We've got 70s from Norfolk up into portions of South Dakota. Here in our area, we're mostly into the 80s. 80 Valentine and Mullen, 78 there in Gordon, up to 85 in Wheatland, 84 in Torrington right now. Winds are light, under 10 miles an hour, a very comfortable evening. Severe weather threat well to our east tonight on the East Coast. We're quite locally, not only today, but for tomorrow as well. And then as we go even into Friday, it's going to remain very quiet here across the region. Maybe again a chance of a shower or storm entering the forecast by Saturday. Getting on that bus tomorrow, we are going to see sunny skies and temps into the 50s. On the way home, another repeat with 96 your expected high temperature here across the area tomorrow. And as you look at the futurecast, there's not much going on. Just a cloud or two early tonight. It'll clear out by sunrise tomorrow. We're looking at sunshine abound and quiet conditions here across the region. Lows upper 40s to low 50s across the area tonight. Tomorrow, pretty much a repeat of today, except about 10 degrees warmer and very little, if any, cloud cover here across the high plains. Maybe late tomorrow evening, we see a high-level cloud form. That's about it. Otherwise, it is very clear and very quiet out here. And high temperatures tomorrow could flirt with 100 in some areas, well into the 90s certainly, and maybe even a touch warmer as we go on into Friday. Certainly no precip coming here across the region. So mostly clear. Again, comfortably cool tonight, down around 51. For tomorrow, sunny and downright hot. Near record highs, approaching 100 degrees. Our 7-day forecast will be at or near 100 again on Friday, and then we drop about 10 degrees for the weekend and into Monday, and then another shot of some cooler air comes your way by Tuesday of next week. But boy, it looks downright toasty for the next couple of days, and then the weekend looks slightly cooler and maybe a slight chance of a shower or storm.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viaero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viaero.com or your nearest Viaero store. Viaero Wireless, keeping you connected.
It's that ducky time of year again. The 24th Annual United Way of Western Nebraska Rubber Duck Draw is Saturday, September 18th at the 18th Street Plaza in downtown Scottsbluff. Grand prize is a 2021 Toyota RAV4 from Team Auto Center. Second place, a 2021 Honda Pioneer 520 side-by-side from Sandberg Honda, plus 38 other exciting prizes. Adopt your duck today for just $10 at Team Auto Center, First State Bank, Main Street Market, the United Way office, or online this year at uwwn.org/duck.
Welcome back. Following a request by Governor Pete Ricketts and the Nebraska Congressional Delegation, President Joe Biden has issued a major disaster declaration for the state of Nebraska. The declaration will allow for federal funds to begin flowing to portions of the state impacted by severe thunderstorms between July 9th and 10th. The counties included in the declaration are Box Butte, Sheridan, and Grant, as well as 12 additional counties east of us. Last month, U.S. Senators Deb Fischer and Ben Sasse and Representatives Jeff Fortenberry, Don Bacon, and Adrian Smith wrote a letter to President Biden echoing their support of Governor Ricketts' request for a major disaster declaration for the state. Well, Nebraska lawmakers are working under a fast-approaching deadline to come up with new political maps that they'll consider in a special session that begins next week, but they have not yet offered any specific plans for redrawing legislative and congressional districts. Members of the legislature's redistricting committee spent the day Tuesday answering questions from other lawmakers and toiling behind the scenes on individual maps for the panel to consider. The committee faces a Friday deadline to release its proposed maps to the public, an unusually tight time window caused by the delay of U.S. Census population numbers due to the pandemic. And for a second year in a row, U.S. Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch will not visit the University of Wyoming due to the coronavirus. Gorsuch had been scheduled to visit the law school and campus on September 16th, giving a talk alongside Wyoming Supreme Court Justice Lynn Baumgarten in the Buchanan Center for the Performing Arts Concert Hall. The virus postponed a 2020 visit planned in recognition of the law school's 100th anniversary. University spokesman Chad Baldwin says rising rates of COVID-19 generally, and not cases at the university specifically, are the reason for the cancellation. There are no plans to reschedule. Well, coming up after the break, we will head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. You'll meet Storm in just 90 seconds.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. We're providing low and no-cost broadband to qualifying community members. Go to allofiber.com/EBB to learn more.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say, often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Storm, a 3.5-year-old retriever mix that has a whole lot of love to give. At 3 years old, Storm is true to his name, majestic and energetic. Storm loves to play tug-of-war and fetch. He would be the perfect companion for anybody who only likes a quarter of the bed. And he may steal most of the bed, but he will definitely steal all of your heart. Adoption cost is $150. That includes the cost of his neuter, microchipping, and all of his vaccinations. To meet Storm or any of the dogs and cats they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society during normal business hours. Well, coming up after the break, we'll take a look at your midweek community calendar. We'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com. If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the home of the Scottsbluff High School Diesel Tech program now has a new name following a surprise dedication just before the holiday weekend. The shop on Aulick Industries Avenue I campus is now the Triple D Derek Deaver Diesel Shop. Deaver himself was surprised with the keys to the newly renamed facility last Thursday after Aulick employees decided to honor Deaver for his role in creating the joint venture program. All of last spring's inaugural students will be completing internships with the 6 local partners, and an additional set of students will be entering the program in the coming spring. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.